Every single morning, the moment you open your eyes, the world is already there, standing at your doorstep with its relentless demands, its heavy pressures, and its inevitable disappointments. Life does not wait for you to find your footing. It doesn't pause to ask if you had enough sleep or if you feel emotionally prepared for the day's challenges. It simply arrives, unapologetic and forceful. And here is the cold, hard truth. If your mind is not fortified, if it hasn't been intentionally toughened through discipline, those daily pressures will eventually bend you. They will break you, and they will ultimately crush your spirit. I have witnessed this tragedy countless times throughout my life. I've seen individuals with immense talent, brilliant skills, and doors of opportunity swinging wide open for them. On paper, they had everything they needed to succeed, but they lacked one critical ingredient: mental toughness. When the first storm of life blew in, as it always does, they crumbled into pieces. At the first sign of rejection from a peer or a client, they folded their cards and quit. When they faced their first significant failure, they crawled into a shell and never truly recovered. It wasn't that life was uniquely cruel to them. It wasn't that their burdens were heavier than anyone else's. The simple reality was that their minds were not ready for the weight of the world. You see, the world does not grant special favors. It doesn't go easy on the rich, and it doesn't ignore the poor. It tests the highly educated just as rigorously as it tests the unlettered. Whether you are at the peak of your youth or in the twilight of your years, no one is exempt from the trials of existence. Life is an equal opportunity tester. The only defining difference between the person who endures and the person who collapses is the internal condition of their mind. This is why I tell everyone I meet: you must toughen your mind, or the world will surely break it for you. Now, let's be clear about what I mean. Toughening the mind does not mean becoming a cold, unfeeling robot. It doesn't mean you should ignore the sting of loss or pretend that disappointment doesn't hurt. True mental toughness is about developing a profound resilience, a psychological strength that allows you to bend under the wind without snapping. It's about feeling the immense weight of life's responsibilities without allowing them to collapse your frame. This kind of strength is not an accident. It is a byproduct of consistent discipline, a grounded perspective, and daily preparation. Many years ago, my mentor, Mr. Shoaff, shared a piece of wisdom with me that changed the trajectory of my life. He said, "Jim, don't wish it were easier. Wish you were stronger." That sentence is the very foundation of mental toughness. I strive to live by that every day because I know the world isn't going to suddenly become more polite or less demanding just because I ask it to. Your problems won't vanish into thin air because you hope they will. But you have the power to change. You can grow. You can transform yourself into someone capable of handling more, enduring more, and accomplishing more than you ever thought possible. That is the essence of strengthening your mind. Think about the shift in power that occurs when you prepare yourself mentally. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions to start your journey. You stop hoping for people to treat you fairly or for luck to magically land in your lap. Instead, you step out into the world with an internal anchor. You face whatever comes your way without falling apart. And that, my friends, is what separates those who build extraordinary, legendary lives from those who live in a state of quiet, constant frustration. So, the real question isn't whether life will be tough. We already know the answer to that. It will be. The real question is whether you will be tough enough to meet it. If you aren't there yet, you have some serious work to do. Every day that you delay the strengthening of your mind is another day the world gets a free shot at breaking you. And believe me, the world never runs out of chances. That is why we are here, to discuss the practices, the daily disciplines, and the intentional choices that will forge a mind so strong that no matter what hits you, rejection, setbacks, or extreme hardship, you will not only endure it, you will grow because of it. If you don't build this strength on purpose, life's pressures will eventually find your cracks and shatter you. We must talk about the reality of pressure because that is the primary training ground for mental toughness. Pressure isn't a rare event. It's a daily constant. From the moment you engage with the world, your character is being tested. Sometimes the pressure is minor. A traffic jam when you're late, an unexpected bill, or a thoughtless comment from a friend. Other times, it's a heavy, crushing weight. A career ending, a betrayal by someone you trusted, or a crisis you never saw coming. What pressure does is very revealing. It acts as a spotlight on the truth of your preparation. It shows whether your mind is a trained instrument or a fragile glass ornament. I've met people who fall to pieces over the smallest inconveniences. A long line at the store or a minor delay in a project ruins their entire day. Why? Because their minds haven't been conditioned to handle even a hint of resistance. They react emotionally instead of responding logically. They fold when they should flex. When you live in that state of fragility, the world has you exactly where it wants you, at its mercy. If you want to know where true mental toughness is born, you have to look at the word discipline. It doesn't start with the massive, dramatic trials that make the headlines. Toughening your mind isn't a result of a single heroic act during a crisis. Instead, toughness is born in the ordinary, quiet moments of your life. It is built in the early hours of the morning, when that alarm clock rings and every fiber of your being wants to hit snooze, but you get up anyway. It is shaped when you keep your word to yourself or a friend, even when it's inconvenient or you no longer feel like doing it. It is strengthened every time you choose not to cut a corner, even when you know for a fact that no one is watching you. Think of every small act of discipline as laying a single brick. One brick doesn't look like much, but if you lay them consistently, day after day, you will eventually find that you've built a wall so strong that no storm can knock it down. The mistake most people make is waiting for trouble to hit before they decide to get strong. But by then, it's far too late. When the storm arrives, you don't magically rise to the occasion. You fall back on the level of your preparation. If you have been disciplined in the small things, your mind already knows how to endure the big things. If you have been careless and lazy, the storm will expose you instantly. Discipline is the essential bridge that connects your goals to your accomplishments. And here is the catch. That bridge must be fully constructed long before you ever need to cross it. If you wait until the day you are under extreme pressure to start building your discipline, you will find yourself standing at the edge of a raging river with nothing but a pocket full of excuses. But if you have been building that bridge daily through small, consistent acts of self-control, then when the day of testing comes, you can walk across with absolute confidence. Consider the little neglects. Skipping the gym today won't break your health this afternoon. Ignoring that book you promised yourself you'd read won't ruin your intelligence by tomorrow. But over time, the habit of skipping and ignoring becomes the very fabric of your character. It creates a fragile mind. On the other hand, if you honor your smallest commitments, you are educating your mind to stay steady under any condition. You are building toughness one decision at a time. Soon enough, when the world tries to push you around, it discovers that you are no longer an easy target to move. Discipline also teaches you the power of restraint. A tough mind isn't just about pushing through walls. It's about knowing when not to give in to your own lower impulses. Life throws constant temptations at us. The temptation to be lazy, to react in anger, to indulge in distractions, or to seek the easy way out. Every time you choose restraint over indulgence, you are performing a mental repetition, much like lifting a weight in the gym. Resistance makes you stronger. The person who learns to govern their own appetite, their own temper, and their own tongue becomes unshakable. Why? Because if you can govern yourself from the inside, nothing happening on the outside can easily break you. Let's be honest, discipline isn't glamorous. It's rarely exciting. It's not about big, emotional speeches. It's about the quiet, boring consistency of showing up. It's about following through when the mood you were in, when you made the promise, has long since passed. No one may notice your consistency, but your mind is always keeping score. Every act of discipline reinforces your internal armor. Every act of neglect erodes it. When life applies the pressure, that internal score is revealed to everyone. So, If you want a mind that won't break, start with discipline today, not tomorrow. Now we must also address the role of pain. Most people treat pain like a mortal enemy. They run from it, hide from it, and try to avoid it at all costs. But the truth is that pain is often life's greatest instructor. It is the one thing that refuses to let you stay comfortable in your mediocrity. Pain has a voice. It says, change this. It says, grow here. If you are willing to listen, pain can forge the strongest parts of your character. Think back to the times you were knocked down. Maybe a business deal collapsed, a relationship ended, or you failed a test you studied hard for. In those moments, you had a choice. Let the pain break you, or let it teach you. Most people let it break them. They dwell in the disappointment until it becomes a mental prison. But those with mental toughness use that same pain as fuel. I remember a man who lost his savings, his job, and his marriage all in 1 year. It was brutal. Yet, he later told me it was the best year of his life. Why? Because that suffering stripped away his illusions. It forced him to take responsibility, to sharpen his habits, and to build a new life on a solid foundation. Without that pain, he would have remained mediocre forever. Pain has a way of exposing what your talk hides. You can talk about growth all you want, but when pain shows up, it demands proof of your commitment. It asks, are you really serious, or are you just a dreamer? Your answer is revealed in how you respond. Do you blame others, or do you lean in and ask what you can learn? The struggle contains a hidden gift, a resilience that you cannot buy, borrow, or read in a book. You have to earn it through the fire. Don't curse the pain. Use it to become unbreakable. You must understand that this world is not a neutral place. It isn't standing by politely, waiting for you to find your way or figure out your purpose. No, the world is persuasive, demanding, and absolutely relentless. Every single day, it applies a subtle but constant pressure on you to settle for less, to conform to the crowd, and to compromise your principles just a little bit at a time. If you do not intentionally build a fortress within your mind, the world will shape you into its own image rather than you shaping your own destiny. Think about the sheer volume of noise we face. Every headline, every advertisement, and every social media feed is pulling at your attention, trying to dictate what you should want, what you should fear, and who you should be. If you aren't careful, you will wake up one day realizing you've been living by someone else's script. You've been chasing goals that aren't yours and buying into a lifestyle that leaves you empty. This is why strengthening your mind is a matter of survival. I once knew a young man who admitted that his greatest struggle was peer pressure. Even in his 20s, he made every decision based on what his friends thought. If they mocked hard work, he slacked off. If they laughed at discipline, he joined in. He told me it made him feel safe at the time, but it left him feeling hollow inside. The turning point came when he realized that none of those friends would live his life for him. They wouldn't pay his bills, they wouldn't carry his regrets, and they certainly wouldn't be there to face his failures. That was his burden alone. That is the danger of the world's pressure. It is subtle. It doesn't always come as a massive shove. It comes as a tiny nudge. It's an expectation here, a raised eyebrow there. If you give in just a little each day, you'll end up miles away from the life you dreamed of. You have to build the habit of resistance. Not resisting everything, but resisting the wrong things. Laziness, shortcuts, and the pull of the crowd when they are heading in the wrong direction. The real reward of mental toughness is true freedom. It is freedom from the paralyzing fear of what others think. It is freedom from the constant pull of distractions. When you are mentally tough, you walk with a quiet confidence, not an arrogant one, but a strength that says you are grounded in your own principles. People notice this. They see a person who doesn't bend easily, and they begin to trust you with more responsibility because they know you can carry the weight. Life will knock you down, that is guaranteed. But with a toughened mind, you don't stay down. You process the blow, you extract the lesson, and you rise again. Every defeat becomes temporary, and every failure becomes just another chapter in your story, not the end of the book. As my mentor, Mr. Shoaff, always said, life doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. The difficulties of the world won't disappear, but your ability to face them will grow until the things that used to intimidate you barely even rattle you. So, I challenge you today. Don't wait for a crisis to start training. Practice discipline in the small things. Say no to the easy path and yes to the one that builds your character. Toughen your mind now, because if you don't, the world will surely break it. But if you do, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Choose wisely.